Okay, let's start with it. England, one of the best teams in the World Cup. Are they as good as France? I think so. I think so. I don't know who they'll put in goal. They have good options. James Trafford's a backup for City. He's a little young. I don't think they go with him. Typically, it's Pickford. People say his arms are too short. So maybe they go with Aaron Ramsdale. Maybe they go with Nick Pope, who plays for Newcastle, not on this list. Their back line is set. I mean, potentially the best defensive four, or if they play five, in the World Cup. Mark Gahey starts for City, one of the best center backs in the Prem. Fikayo Tomori, I don't know if he'll start, but I think I rate him over Konsa. Harry Maguire, people say that he has no quality. That's just not true. He's one of the better center backs in the world, and he does his job, does it well, communicates. I like him a lot. I think he'll play. Nico Riley, young player. I think this could be a World Cup where he makes a statement. Jed Spence for Tottenham, kind of unknown, but he's a good player. Livramento for Newcastle, too much. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold should go. I would be shocked if he doesn't. I think he's so good. I think he's better defensively than people give him credit for, and B, what you get from him in the attacking third, it will be a little bit of something that England need, because they're not always the most creative. Midfield is always solid. Declan Rice, one of the best midfielders in the world. Jude Bellingham, I think top 5 midfielder, top 3 midfielder in the world. Cole Palmer has not been playing too well for Chelsea, but he's incredible. Morgan Rogers, highlight that name. I think he can make some serious stuff happen if he plays. I don't know if he starts over these other guys. He can go out on the wing. He can play in the midfield. He's very good. And this team is just incredible. Harry Kane could get the Ballon d'Or this year. Marcus Rashford's playing well for Barcelona. Saka just got back. Madueke's there. They're so good. I don't see them losing a game this group stage. Despite what people may say about these results, losing to Japan, losing to Uruguay, I think they just kind of can turn on. And not to mention they have one of the best managers of all time with Thomas Tuchel. But look at these results. They cruised. They didn't let up a goal all of World Cup qualification. Granted, they lost to Senegal. They're not playing Senegal. They're playing Ghana and Panama. Maybe Croatia give them a bit of trouble, but I think they'll be good. Now, Croatia, the first game's in Dallas. The heat in Dallas is different, so we'll see if that's an issue. But these guys are pros. They know what they're doing. The one thing that is a problem is they're jumping around a lot. They go Dallas, they go Boston, then they go New York. But so is the rest of the group. Ghana's in Toronto, then they're in Boston, then they're in Philly. That's not too bad. It's not as bad as Dallas. But, there's not a lot of continuity with it, which is what you do want to see. You don't want to see these guys jumping around everywhere. You kind of want to play these games in the same place if you're in a World Cup squad. And Croatia, they're good. They've got Modric, who's old as God knows. He's 40, but he's still playing and still good. He's not going to play all 90 minutes, but he can make an impact when he's on. Perisic is old. They're an older squad, so they're not I don't believe they're as strong. FIFA ranks them 11th in the world. I don't see that. I would put them more lower teens or higher teens. But I would say that their ceiling, their best players are not as good as they used to be, but their role players are much better. Livakovic is turning into more of a vet now. Vuskovic is very valuable as a youngster, but I don't know if he'll play too much. Stanisic, integral to the Bayern squad. Pasalic, very good for Atalanta. Meyer will play. So, they've got a good squad, and they've got the continuity of Dalic as their manager, who's been there since God knows when, before 2022. I think he was there 2018 as well. But England-Croatia should be one of those games that's really very interesting match, because it'll decide the group. I don't think Ghana has the squad to put up with it. Thomas Partey going downhill. His career's gone downhill since that whole controversy. Yeah, they're not really the strongest. Semenyo is definitely their best player. He plays for City. He might be second in goals scored in the Premier League, so you got to watch out for him. But he's not a guy that can just take over the game and score 3, despite how good he is. Carlos Queiroz is a good manager. Will have them right. They've got veterans, Ayew, Partey. they're not the 74th ranked team. They're getting less credit than they're good for. If you look at their fixtures, they're competitive against Mexico, decent against South Africa, who's in this World Cup as well. They didn't really have much problem in the World Cup qualification, but these results aren't great. It looks like they have issues scoring, which I don't like to see. But I mean, I would rate them kind of the same as Panama. I wouldn't, there's not this massive difference in ranking that you see here, where it's like Ghana's so easily the worst team in the group. No, they'll compete for third place. I mean, Panama, I think they've been able to grind out some results. They don't have these crazy stars like everyone else, but if you look at their squad, they've got a couple players in good leagues, Besiktas in Turkish league, and they're getting decent results. But I see Ghana and Panama the same way, very similar. 6-1 to Chile. They're just two like kind of inconsistent teams. They did beat the United States in March, which is wild and kind of shows how bad the US is. Ghana and Panama I see as 3 and 4. I think what will be interesting is that there will likely be more Panamanian fans because they're closer. It's in Toronto, so maybe not. And there's, Northeast, a lot of Ghanaian immigrants there. So we'll see. I think England definitely win this group. I think they could get either 9 or 7 points. Croatia sometimes struggles in the group stage, but they're very good with their backs against the wall. So I think they get second. And then, I mean, Ghana on paper have a better squad. So I think, and Panama are a little inconsistent. So I'd go Ghana 3 and Panama 4. But the story will be England, right? They're the most, I would say, famous squad in terms of, all these players. Their YouTube channel goes viral every video they take. They've turned world football into this, not that it's bad, but they've turned it into this kind of as much entertainment as possible, behind the scenes, videos of training, stuff like that. Definitely the most famous squad. So they'll have the highest pressure on them. The teams that have the most pressure on them will be England, Brazil, US, maybe France, because they're expected to win. But England, the expectation is win the World Cup. They haven't won since the 1960s, and they've had heartbreak in every single one. So the first step is win the group. That's what you got to do. And I think they will. I think Croatia gets second, Ghana get third, Panama get 4. But that's all the groups. I mean, I'm extremely excited. We've finished all the groups. This is the full list. I'm about to talk about the full tournament, which I've been waiting for so long. I think this is how Group L goes. You can see the full thing. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'm predicting the entire World Cup in the next video, so it should be a good one. I appreciate you tuning in.